Alright, we're live, folks. We're live. Gustavo Adolfo Uribe here, and I'm doing my Life of Cholo vlog, life update. If you're watching this video, but I'm gonna cut to this chase. This is why I chose V School Coding Camp over Hack Reactor, and I'll give you the details. You know I'm a ranter, so just bear with me. So for those who don't know me, I do, I rap and I do music production, and I have a little home studio here. But I'm gonna be moving to Utah for V School, July 17th, 2018, and I already put in my notice at work. So I'm gonna do it, and the reason why is because just financial reasons. It's just hard to make it right now, and I over here in the studio I recorded 2 albums, but I need money to master it, and I just need some more money to live more comfortably, and put into my music stuff, and I just wasn't making enough money, man. And I decided to do coding because there's more opportunity in that field, and I'm like, fuck it, why not? Why not? Why not? Do something. I gotta do something. I gotta make some adjustments. So I'm not quitting music, but I just gotta, make some adjustments so I can keep doing music. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm like 100 years old, I still want to be able to do my music. And you need money for music. So you can have some time to do it, and your equipment, and whatever. And I want to promote my project, so it's not just like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Okay, so to cut to the chase, okay, I was gonna do the V School in Salt Lake City because they had free housing, and it seemed like it was like pretty chill, like focus on the coding, and they worry about the logistics. And I like that. And I'm like, well, shit, for 15 grand, I mean, that sounds like a good deal compared to like some of the other. There's other code camps that are like less expensive and more expensive, and then there was one of those Hack Reactor which was more expensive, but they don't pay for the housing is not included, so you have to pay for the housing. So that's like 18, 19 grand plus housing, and I was gonna do the one in LA because I wanted to move to LA, but with the housing, it's just like, man, I'm like, dude, this is gonna get really expensive, and obviously you finance it, but it was just like 19,000 plus. I was gonna do a short term like international student slash professional um housing like next to Loyola University for like I think it was like 3 months for like 5 grand or something like that, or something like that. It was like a pretty reasonable deal. I don't remember, but the going rate in in LA just to get like a room or a 1 bedroom. I mean, you're gonna spend you know like 800 to 1,500 bucks. And if you want to rent an apartment, I mean that's like you gotta remember, or a room or whatever. You gotta remember, you gotta come up with the first month's the deposit or whatever, or maybe you could sublease it, but whatever. I mean, it gets expensive, bro. It gets expensive, so you're gonna spend at least $1,000 a month, 1,000, or whatever. Um, so that's why one of the reasons why I chose B School, because it has housing. The other reason is because I actually signed up for the SSP program in Hack Reactor. So I did try it out for the pre course, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it, guys. There's some people that did like it, and more power to them, and they're gonna do it. But um, I didn't like it, and the reasons why was because like I don't want to put them on blast or whatever, but it just seems like it's kind of ran by people who graduate the program, the Hack Reactor program. So like they'll graduate and they'll get part-time jobs through Hack Reactor, and they'll run these pre-camps, as a part-time job. But the problem is, it's like when I was doing the SSP, is like they kept doing like, like we'll have a lecture, and you do it like webcam style. You know what I'm saying? So you sign in to their Slack program or whatever. It's like a web, whatever, like a web classroom or whatever. So anyways, you sign into that shit, and then it's like, oh, sorry guys, we're gonna postpone lecture till tomorrow. Or sorry guys, we can't do this tomorrow. Tomorrow I gotta show my room to someone, or I have a family emergency or whatever, blah blah blah. And it was just like, god damn, dude, like I'm coming home from work, like to do this thing, like you know what I'm saying, have to beat the traffic or whatever, get ready, eat something, get my tea or whatever, and then they have to postpone it. And it's just like, man, after like 5 or 6, 7 10 times, it's just like, you know what, I don't even care anymore because I know they're gonna postpone it. And then sometimes it wouldn't be postponed, but like I couldn't understand the instructor. They were like thick accent, thick Chinese accent, thick Indian accent. Or there was this one guy who was pretty cool, but he had like technical difficulties, bro. So it's like you're just like looking at it and you're like, do you know what the fuck you're doing, bro? Because I don't think you know what you're doing, bro. And it just got tiring, It's like, okay, and the SSP program is $250, right? But that $250 is supposed to go towards your tuition. So like that's okay, whatever. It's like it's a good deal, whatever. But I passed the deadline where I could get my money back, and by that time I was just like, you know what, I don't want to do this shit. I don't want to do. I'm gonna check out this V School one, and I start talking to them, and the V School man was just like on point, bro, on point. Like you get a text, they're texting you, you're calling you, appointments, whatever, and they're on point, bro. With this one, the Hack Reactor, I had like this email that they're like, hey, we missed you at the first week, blah blah blah, and I'm like, Cholo, I was there the first week. What are you talking about? And they're like, oh, sorry, we had a error in the whatever, and I'm like, man, it just seems like things after things will just pile up and pile up, and it's like they don't have their shit together, bro. And the actual program of it, like, it's proprietary, so I can't really tell you what it is, but let's just say that you're on your own for most of the time, and if you need help, you're gonna submit a fucking ticket or something. And after a while, it kind of gets tiring, bro, because it's like, well, if the lectures keep getting postponed, and either way, I have to go through these problems or whatever, and kind of like teach myself and go to the fucking MDN Fire Mozilla thing or this or whatever. And it's just like I just have to keep teaching myself how to do this. I'm like, you know what? I'm at the point, bro, where if I'm spending this much money and then I have to go spend like 25 grand just to go to the program, the boot camp. I don't know, man. I mean, it doesn't seem worth it. Like, motherfucker, you teach me, bro. I gotta spend 25 grand so I could teach myself? I don't know, man. I wasn't feeling that, bro. I wasn't feeling that. And, going through their program, like, I learned what really, like, they put you in the fucking sink or swim, bro. Like, the deep end. And it is good because I did learn really quick, like, what it is that I'm weak at, what it is that, like, I could put more time into. But like I said, man, it's just like I don't like that style because I'm used to like I come from, I studied music in school and then music at the upper division and masters. I had a weekly one-on-one mentor lesson, an hour lesson every week with the mentor professor, and I could get feedback on show him projects I'm doing, and I could ask him questions or whatever. And it's like, it's my time. It's my time where I could actually talk to an expert, And then it's just like, this thing is just like, man, like, I'm why am I paying this money when they're not even experts? They're just like graduate, they just graduated, it's just like I don't really trust that, and like where's the real fucking professor, how come they're not lecturing? How come they're not doing video lessons with us? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, what's the point of that? That's how I felt, bro. But I know that the people that go to the Hack Reactor, I mean, that go through the program and that do well, I mean, they're gonna make it. They're gonna do it. Obviously, to get through that type of program, you have to really have, you know, balls of steel and like get through it. But at the same time, I was reading some more reviews, and apparently, like, the another thing I didn't like about the Hack Reactor is like they have things divided in like these these two sections where it's like you gotta pass the technical section and then you gotta pass the whatever section that they're gonna teach you more shit. But at the SSP thing, it's just like you had to pass the technical interview to get a seat. But if you pass the SSP, then you can get a seat, but it's not guaranteed. So it's just really weird. Like every time we had a kickoff lesson or whatever, it was just like people asking like, so what's gonna be on the test, or what should I do to do, like all these test questions. It's like, man, I'm here for like 30 minutes and I still don't know how to get into this goddamn program. And it happened every day, every day, every day. People asking, you know, similar questions, not because they're dumb, but because it was confusing. I didn't get it. And I'm not dumb, you know what I'm saying? So it was just annoying. So it was just like, well, what was the point of taking that, So to round up the video, because I know I rant and whatever, but I have a lot of things on my chest that if you're watching, just keep with me, bro. You're gonna learn some shit that I went through. What I ended up doing with the Hack Reactor, I was like, I got fed up with that shit, the SSP, and I went on my well, first of all, I did like the pre-course before the SSP, and I didn't like the shit on the pre-course. I didn't learn shit. So what I ended up doing after a while was I went to Free Code Camp, freecodecamp.net or whatever it's called, My Free Code Camp. Or I don't remember what it's called. Free Code Camp. Look it up. Google it. And they have all these like lessons, and you could do projects. And actually, I did start doing that, and I learned way more than the pre-course at the Hack Reactor, way more than all these video tutorials, way more than reading articles and books and chapters. I learned the most. Now I'm learning. And what I love about Free Code Camp is that they have, if you go on YouTube, there's people showing you how to do it on YouTube. So it's like there's this thing with when you're learning this JavaScript web coding thing, where there's like this attitude where it's like they don't want to tell you the answer. They're like, figure it out for yourself, go on the this, go on that, be autonomous, blah blah blah. Well, the problem with that is that yes, you're gonna need to do it by yourself eventually and be autonomous and whatever, but that's just not, I mean, if you're gonna learn something new, how are you gonna teach yourself something new, bro? That defeats the whole purpose of going to a school or going training, because that's why you go to a school, because they have teachers there that can teach you, bro. It's just like if I'm gonna teach myself, then why the fuck am I going to school for? You know what I mean? The problem with self-teaching yourself is that you don't know what you don't know, and then you end up picking up bad habits, and you hit these blocks that if you don't have a teacher that can tell you, hey, think about it like this, or do that, you're not going to know that. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to figure it out. You just can't. So that's my gripes about that, and I don't like that shit, But anyways, what was I saying? Okay, so the Free Code Camp, I was actually doing projects, and by this time, that's when I switched to the V School, and I already put my deposit down. And to get in the program, all I have to do is do a web like a simple web app. Something like a little web page that you do a for loop and a boolean JavaScript, and you're able to explain what it is, what that you're doing, and it's like a little web page. Easy peasy, bro. So I already have a quote machine that I made in Free Code Camp, and I'm gonna tweak it so I can do like an image carousel or something. So I mean I'm still working on it, but that's my plan, and I think I could figure it out. Because there's all kinds of stuff on the internet, and what I love is, I'm at the level where like I don't know what I'm doing, but I kind of know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And my Free Code Camp, again, you go on they have YouTube tutorials, all kinds of YouTube tutorials where they're doing the projects or they're doing the actual problems, and you learn so much, dude, because you could also go to a different person's tutorial and they'll teach you a different way. So that way, that's what I like. I'm like, okay, now I'm not just trying to get the answer, but I'm trying to figure out how they think, how they think. And you can't get that from a book, you know what I'm saying? Though, I mean, you can, but it's just really dry. But anyways, and it's cool. I mean, I like going on the YouTube, and I'll just copy what they're doing, and then I'm kind of monkey see, monkey do. And some people may say like, okay, well, you're not gonna learn it that way. Well, fuck you, I am learning it that way, Cholo, because I'm telling you, I am learning it that way. Trust me. I am learning it. So yeah. And then the other thing I don't like is that, if they just, like the Hack Reactor kind of focuses on the algorithms, the JavaScript algorithms a lot. And it's like, well, algorithms, like, so what about the algorithms? Like, yeah, if you, from my research, that if you go do a job interview, yeah, they're going to do a technical interview and you got to do algorithms and shit. And that's fair, but at the end of the day, bro, like, algorithms ain't going to make a web page or a web app, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to actually know how it, like, works together. And that's why I like the Code Camp. And then the V-School approach is like, hey, just make a little web app so we know that you can kind of have some basis. And that's like a different mentality, bro. It's a different mentality. It's a more like macro overall thinking mentality, and that's how I am. So that's kind of fits my way of doing it, and I like that they're more punctual and kind of have their shit together a little bit more. It seems like, no offense to Hack Reactor, but that's just my how I took it. And again, there's gonna be other people that are gonna be like, no, it's cool, blah 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 blah. That's fine, bro. This is just my opinion to share with you guys what I went through, because I had to figure out like, how am I gonna learn this shit? How am I gonna get to this this code camp or whatever? How am I gonna make it work? And you don't know there's so many courses and shit that you don't know which one to take. And I even tried the what was it called? Code Wars. I think it was Code Wars. Like a video game with JavaScript, and you're like little like knight dude, and you like do shit. But I thought I was learning with that, but I wasn't really learning with that, bro. For all the people, the bottom line, bro, if you want to learn this web design, web coding, JavaScript shit, do my free code camp. That's the best one, bro. The Free Code Camp. No matter what anybody says, just do the Free Code Camp, because there are YouTube tutorials right there, bro, and it's free. So, and you could get, there's a front end development and the back end development, and you get certificates, bro, if you do all the shit. And it's just, even if you don't know what the hell you're doing, you can go on YouTube and they'll show you how to do it. And then just by more and more doing it, you start to pick things up, you start to see patterns and stuff, and you'll learn it automatically, by doing it. Not just like, you know, they give you a problem, then hey, fuck you, go figure it out. Like, what do you mean go figure it out, Cholo? I don't even know what the hell this is. You know, it's new. I don't know what that is. You know, it's like for like for music people out there, right? You don't say, hey, here's a guitar, go learn how to play it. It doesn't work like that, bro. At some point, you need a teacher. You need a teacher to tell you, okay, well, your technique is bad. You know, you gotta, move your like, your fingers. You gotta, put them like not like that, but like this a little bit more. So it's more like economy of motion and, you know, all this like my little technical things that you're not gonna figure out unless you have a teacher. Um, Anyways, whatever. So that's my rant. Thanks for listening. I know it's a lot of shit. If you have any questions about my journey, I'm gonna go in about 2 months, and I'm gonna try to vlog a little, while I'm there, and do updates and stuff like that. So if you want to do web coding, software engineer, whatever it's called, and you're thinking about it, then you could ask me questions, whatever, because I'm gonna go through that shit. So whatever. Okay, cool. Thanks. Bye.